Greetings in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, Melech of Yasharal, Cohen forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. All esteem, honor, and glory unto our Lua, Yahuwah. My name is Mikael Shalomo. This is Melek Shelemoh Trading, and right now I'm stalking a trade here. Well, today is the 1st of April 2025, so I'm stalking a trade here. Already did a 365 strategy trade. So that's the profit on the day so far. And let's see. I'm looking for uptrust here. We have a buying climax right here. We have an automatic reaction. Let me just point that out. Buying climax, right? Labeled it there. Potential uptrust around this Camarilla R3 and central pivot weekly level. Camarilla R3 is up here, so we have a golden pivot zone right here. We're already seeing the distribution taking place. We have a preliminary supply at this level. This is the automatic reaction after the buying climax. So let's see if this is probably the uptrust and we're starting to get lower points of supply. So let's see here. Even if this is the uptrust and this is the lower point of supply, I'll probably look to take a trade, maybe breaking down yesterday's high into the automatic reaction. But I'm waiting on buyers. We have strong buyers, so I'm looking for them to test this level here, 56.88, somewhere around here, even 56.91 to create the uptrust. So let's see. They're kind of slowing down right now, so let's see what they got. I don't know if you could hear it, but I have Bruce from Bookmap in the background. Let me turn it down a little bit. All right, let's just sit back and wait for the setup to materialize. And this is something I really had to work on because I used to force trades a lot, you know what I mean? So seeing like the setup and kind of rushing before the setup. Like this was a potential setup here, but I'm waiting to take the uptrust. So part of my strategy is actually taking a short here at the buying climax, and you get the initial automatic reaction, which took us down from, let's see, if I entered here 56.81, 86, let's say 56.82, down to 56.70. So that will be 12 points right there. So this is looking like the lowest point of supply right now, or the LPSY. Right, so that might be the uptrust there for today. Let's see. If that's the uptrust, then this would be the preliminary supply, I guess. I mean, this would be the buying climax, small automatic reaction, but let's see. Right, so we have another LPSY right there. This would be the first LPSY I would mark right there after the breakdown. Let's see. Let's do that. All right, so that's our LPSY so far. We have another one here. This isn't quite a pullback, but let's just label it for good measure. All right, so it's looking like price is running away from us here. So we already have, this is what, +2 VWAP upper deviation. This is +1 upper deviation. So let's see if we get a little retest here of yesterday's high or the automatic reaction. All right, so we're getting a retest here, waiting for some retests. We have a retest of yesterday's high. Let's open this up a little bit. So we have heavy volume here, right? Potential support. We break low, we come back, we retest, heavy buying. Let's see if we get buying here again to push us up even further, or if we get the exhaustion. Right, you see we're getting buyers pushing above this level, coming back to test this LPSY. Let's see what we got here. We have this iceberg, 1 to the 1 supporting price, counter iceberg selling. Right, retest of the LPSY, heavy volume. I don't really like it for a short though, at this level. We have selling absorption here spiking right here. That's a VPA rollover. I call it VPA rollover. All right, so we're pushing up here again. Excuse me. Let's see if we get more buyers. Let's go to this trader map light view. All right, so we can see liquidity much clearer. We had this rejection here, creating the uptrust or the buying climax. We had the automatic reaction. I guess this is the LPSY right here. And let's see. This could be a good LPSY. He had 56, 79, 75. So let's come back over here, 56, 79, 75. So we already have that LPSY labeled at 56, 80, 50. So let's see. Let's see if we get back there, run into some liquidity, like right here, and then we could get a short entry. Right, we're looking at this is VPI and volume pressure and volume pressure imbalance. That's swaying to the sell side. So we have selling pressure here. Watching it is coming back up to the mean. We have iceberg sellers here. Right, we have them selling here, selling. One buyer. So it's looking like sellers took control here. So let's see if we get a retest of our LPSY up at 56.80, 56.79, 75. All right, we have the breakdown from this LPSY. Breakdown to the automatic reaction. Let's see, we have a iceberg selling spike. I think I'll pass on this one for now. I don't know. I think we should get up to 56.80. That's why I'm hesitating on taking this sell trade right here. We have absorption going off here. Absorption buyers trying to support price at the automatic reaction 56, 70, 70, 75 or 70, 50. Yeah, so I'm not taking this right now. Seeing some support here. We're getting buyers pushing back up above this level. So you see we're breaking structure. And a couple times over here, we had these buyers breaking above structure. So it's a potential kind of reversal vibe. So I'm looking for it to come back up to this LPSY 56.80 or 56.79.75. And I already had a profitable trade today, so I'm not really keen to just take any old trade. I wanted to set up properly. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit, look at the structure, see what we got. So we had a break. This is what I was talking about here. We have this structure right here, and we kind of broke above the structure. So I'm looking at the structure as I'm looking at price action like it's violating certain structures, right? If we have selling here, right, we have the pullback, then we're violating this structure right here by pushing up to this level, right? We have a pullback. We're probably going to violate the structure right here, this high. So let's see if they respect this structure right here. A retest around this level where the sellers took control. Let's see if we come back to this level around 56.77.50. Right, we have absorption sellers here 99.49. We have 49 here again. Iceberg sellers here. We have some buy sweeps that might have a counter rotation to the downside. Icebergs trying to support that because they see the weakness, so they're trying to support it. As soon as we get that, that's a sign of weakness. All right, so we have a little mini consolidation here. All right, so this is the auction right now. Matter of fact, let me do this. All right, so just marking out the consolidation. Let's see where we break out from. Do we break out to the high? Do we violate the highs of the structure, or do we break below? All right, so we break into the downside. We're getting support here again. It's probably gonna break down, but I don't like the setup. I'm not gonna take this setup. I wanted a retest. Hold on. All right, so we're still consolidating in this range. So I really wanted a retest up here, right? If I don't get that retest and it just breaks down, then I'm not gonna take this trade. Let me just outline it again. All right, so it's looking like sellers want to take it low. They're not very convincing though. You see buyers coming back in there. We're supposed to get sellers breaking these lows. We have two heavy volume bubbles here, two heavy volume dots, and it's not pushing down. So volume is falling off. Selling might be drying up here. Let's see if the buyers take it back up. Say we have the market VPI. That's considering the YM, gold, NQ, and 6E volume pressure. So that's kind of spiking. So we have other markets buying. The ES isn't so convincingly buying right now. So that was just the rest of the market was buying, but ES didn't catch up. All right, so now we have a push up here. All right, so buyers coming back in. We have the volume pressure pushing up, ES volume dominance. This ES dominance right here pushing up on the market pulse. Let me just let you hear that for a second.
Stop run ES by Wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $5,677. Stop run ES by Wipeout. Stop run ES by Wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $5,675.75.
Right, so you can see I have the alerts telling me what's going on, what to look out for. Let me just throw it back on.
Boom. Sweep ES buyers at $5,677.
Right, so I just got the ES buyers, right? So what I'm looking for now is a rotation back into this range. If the buyers continue, then we pushing up to 56.80. But the buying is looking strong here, good volume. So to get a rejection off of this LPSY, it should look kind of something like this right now, like how we had this big bubble, good volume, and we just pull back off of it.
Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $3,153.09. Stop run ES by Wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $5,678.75. Stop run ES by Wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $3,154.09. Boom. Sweep ES buyers at 3,100.
All right, so we have a sweep into the LPSY. Do I want to take this? Let's open this up a little bit. All right, sellers taking control. Low volume retracement. And as I was saying before, looking out for a violation of structure. Price action has been doing that. So let's see if we get the exhaustion here. It's looking like selling, buying exhaustion. So let's see.
Stop run ES sell wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $5,677.75.
The thing about this trade right now is that the sellers haven't
Boom.
really
Sweep ES buyers at
stepped in aggressively. They took
$5,679.
control here,
Bang.
but
Absorption
they
ES
didn't
sellers at
really make the move
$5,680.
here, right? I would
Tracking.
expect them
Iceberg
to
ES
push
sell.
up, break down,
Bang.
probably
Absorption
retest.
ES sellers at
So it looks like they will leave in room like
$5,680.05.
this small bubbles here. It's looking like they will leave in room for the buyers to come back in. So that's why I didn't step in front of potential buying which
Boom.
came in here.
Sweep ES buyers at $5,681.
Right, so we're retesting where
Bang.
this sweep went off.
Absorption ES
Coming
sellers
back
at
to the LPSY. Let's see what's going on here.
$5,681.25.
I'm still not convinced by the buyers. I mean by the sellers. And looking at trader map light, we have a lot of liquidity has been added to the book here. So potentially we could push up to this level and probably get to the uptrust, get to this weekly Camarilla R3 and central pivot
Bang.
level.
Absorption ES
And
buyers
our
at
daily Camarilla R3.
$5,681.
So we can start looking for a distribution up at this level here or a potential uptrust. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. So looking for potentially pushing up to this weekly Camarilla R3 and central pivot level here. Golden pivot zone.
NQ stop
All
run
of
by
this
at
here is the golden pivot zone.
$19,604.59, more than 59
we have Camarilla
contracts.
R3, the daily
Boom.
level right
Sweep
here.
ES
So
buyers at $3,152.04. Bang. Absorption ES buyers at
in this structure here, this would be the buying climax.
$5,681.75.
We have the
Boom.
automatic
Sweep
reaction.
ES sellers at
Broke down from that a little bit.
$3,151.06. Stop run ES sell wipeout.
And let's see if we
Boom.
create a
Sweep
bigger
ES sellers
kind
at
of distribution where
$3,150.07.
let me use this.
Stop run ES sell
From the buying
wipeout.
climax to
Stop
the
run ES
automatic
buy
reaction.
wipeout.
which
Bang.
was here.
Absorption ES buyers at
We had a small pullback,
$3,152.
auction
Boom.
down here below the
Large trade
automatic
ES sell
reaction,
price
push back up to this buying climax. We're
$5,679.25.
supposed to get something
Size
of a
500.0.
uptrust, possibly to
Stop run ES
56.90
sell
or around
wipeout.
that level.
Iceberg
Let's see
and
if it
buy at
does that. I think that's the better setup for me.
$19,580.25 50 contracts. Iceberg and Q buy at $19,580.05 50 Bang. Absorption ES buyers at $5,674.05. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at
And I'm being patient.
$5,674.
That's why I want to
Stop
trade
run
live
ES
too.
sell wipeout.
It's more responsibility for me to record these videos or trade live in front of someone else. So I'm actually telling you, like I did my trade setups yesterday. I was talking about where I want to find this this short trade,
Stop run
where I
ES
want to
by
see the
wipeout.
distribution
Boom.
take place.
Sweep
So
ES
the
sellers at
distribution structure is building out. I don't need to
$3,151.06.
rush it right now, right?
Stop run ES sell wipeout. Stop run ES sell
If it
wipeout.
leaves without me, then that's all good. I already had a nice little trade right here. So
Bang.
that's cool
Absorption
with me.
ES buyers at $5,673.05. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES buyers at $3,150.01. Boom. Sweep ES sellers at $3,150.03. Tracking. Iceberg ES buy. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Bang. Absorption ES sellers at $5,674.25. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Boom. Sweep ES sellers at $5,676.25. Stop run ES buy wipeout. Stop run ES buy wipeout. Stop run ES sell wipeout. Boom. Sweep ES sellers at $3,147.09. Bang. Absorption
And
ES
right now I'm
buyers at
streaming Tomby from
$3,148.
Bookmap.
Stop
He
run
has
ES buy wipeout. Stop run ES.
he has a lot of good information about volume profile and that strategy of trading. So I always pick up something from from his streams. I always learn something. He's a good educator. Let me just turn it up in the background. Maybe you'll hear it.
The overnight volume point of control is a retail price from the last auction, which is the ETH, 83% probability. So I come down here, this liquidity, look where it comes in here. This is the heat map, and it shows you limited.
Right, so Tomby is breaking down the RTH open, and I'm waiting on my distribution structure to take place. I need my uptrust. Let's see, right now the video is 28 minutes in. All right, let's see. Let's just read this this order flow right now. So we have this heavy volume. We have a push up here, a retest, which could be like a lower point of supply, or it could be just a test right now before we push up to this uptrust level, which I think should be around this resistance levels, right? So we have this auction right here. We have fallen volume, right? So we have selling and we have fallen volume right now. So the selling isn't looking too strong. They should have probably taken over from here, and selling volume should have been rising and the dots moving down, right? We're not getting that. We're getting another retest of yesterday's high, right? So around this level right here, let me just do this.
The opening trades. If I get sellers at the open,
Let's see, right here we have a retest of this level here. Let me turn down Tone B some more.
right here.
All right. So we have this auction basically auctioning above where this let's say this kind of selling auction looking like a potential bear flag. I didn't take the breakdown, didn't take the short, didn't like how it was materializing. We had the pushback up. Right, so that was the little auction right there, somewhat of a bear flag. Pushed out of that. Retesting this level here. And let's see if now we go up to get our up trust. Right, so what was support? What was resistance, right? Because we had pushing up here, lower points of supply, pushed above it. Now it's becoming support. So let's see if we're pushing up now.
$0.75. Bang. Absorption ES buyers at $5,677.75.
And that's the
Bang.
absorption right there.
Absorption ES buyers at $3,147.
We have iceberg buying as well.
Stop run ES sell wipeout. Stop run ES sell wipeout.
That's the stop run.
Boom. Sweep ES sellers at $3,146. Bang. Absorption ES buyers at $3,146. Tracking. Iceberg ES sell.
All right, so we have some selling market
Stop
sweeps
run
going
ES
off.
sell wipeout.
One of those markets is selling
Stop
off
run ES buy wipeout.
or
Bang.
had like a sweep to the
Absorption
downside.
ES buyers at 3.
Let me turn that off. So this one here, this market sweep is showing that there was a selling sweep to the downside in one of these markets. We have market dominance. VPI in the market is going up. So we have buying pressure in these other markets. Right, it shows here on the sub chart as well. But we have no ES volume pressure imbalance or volume pressure pushing to the upside. And this kind of price action is kind of trappy. You know what I mean? It's giving me the inclination of there's a trap coming somewhere, you know? So most likely this video might be titled something like how to stay out of bad trades, or if a distribution setup doesn't materialize the way you want, it's best you stay out of it, you know? Because that's part of your trading psychology as well. There's things that you should anticipate in your setups, and if they don't materialize, then you shouldn't be pressured or forced to take the trade. You should just lay back, look at the price action, and let it play out. Try and read the order flow and have stuff go into your subconscious so you could remember in future when the distribution looks like this, not to take the trade. So it will become more of a second nature, you know? Right, so we keep testing this LPSY here, looking like if we're getting some kind of sell-off, but or the initiation of like some of sellers taking control, but notice we're not following through on heavy volume. Right? Heavy volume here, we're stopping. Heavy volume, we're creating a higher low. Right? We stop right here to test prior resistance, became support. Heavy volume selling, pushed off. Another heavy volume sell, creating a higher low. So that's showing signs of bullishness. So let's say if we push up to this level here and create the uptrust. And I would want this uptrust to be at least here. All right, let's go in a little closer, see what price action is looking like when we try to create this uptrust. Let's see. All right, we got market dominance here. Other markets are buying. Volume pressure is going into those markets. We have the ES volume pressure as well. That's this one right here, trailing it a little bit. And these are also signs of an uptrust, right? If we get all this volume going in and we hit a resistance level and start pulling back, then that's signs of exhaustion. Want to see some more buying sweeps up here, right? We have some buying sweeps coming in, right? We hit the uptrust level. We hit that weekly Camarilla artery and central pivot. We have the initial pullback. Let's see what happens now. All right, we're getting sellers taking control. Do we get a retest exhaustion? And they just left. Damn, I'm missing the trade. Come on, come back. All right, taking the trade here. Let's see how far we could get. I was a little late to this trade. If it violates that structure there, I'll jump out. All right, so flattening that trade. Let's see if we get a next entry. All right, so taking this entry here, looking like exhaustion, back up to the Camarilla artery levels. Let's see if we get a flush down. It's looking a little tricky right now. I'm looking to see if we violate that structure right here, this little auction. I want sellers to take control like it's doing right now. All right, we have a retest. Want sellers to push down lower. Sellers not really biting as yet. We're not seeing any volume. cautious of this trade right now, this selling trade. This short trade, my bad. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, so stopping out at break even. Let's see. All right, so we're back up on my level. Let's see what price action does. I like that. Let's see. Let's see. Sell off, sell off. Come on, drop, drop. Let this be the retest and let's drop from here. I don't like that volume that just came in there. We didn't move down with that volume. It's kind of tricky right now. I need a flush down. Let's break down below this level here, 56.82. Right, out at break even again. Let's see. See, what do buyers want to do here? They want to push above. We want to get to 56.91. All right, taking a shot here. Buyers looking a little too consistent here. I need some sellers or I have to jump out of this trade. I need some selling volume here. Right, hopping out the trade. Taking another shot. All right, so buyers in here, put me back down right now. Let me see. Let's see. Let's wait till 56.91, or if I get some selling here, right, could jump in here, kind of slipped me a little bit. Come on, give me the selling volume. All right, we see the sellers took control here. Let's get the flush down. See those sweep buyers right there? That's good for the trade. We usually get a counter rotation, but then we get sweep sellers as well. So let's see how far this drops. Some buy sweeps again. I might hold it a little bit. Damn. I'll let this one go up. Let's see if it'll hit the stop, and we could probably reevaluate from there. Because we're basically retesting this level here, the resistance level. So let's see if the sellers come in. It's looking like it's going to take me out though. All right, we need the selling pressure to come in, reinforce the selling that took over from here. Let's get some selling volume right here again, and let's push down. But we keep getting buyers. And we're getting buyers right at my entry. Come on, sellers, take over, take over. All right, buy sweeps again. That's not good with the selling sweeps. Those red dots. Come on, I need selling pressure right now. Iceberg buyers supporting price. Gotta watch out for them. Still giving the trade some room. All right, so stopped out. And let's see what's happening up here at Camarillo R3. We're still in this resistance zone, so let's see. All right, taking another entry here. We're looking like we have some selling pressure coming in. Let's see. All right, jump out of that. Damn. Kind of slipped me there a little bit. All right, jumping in after this sells buying sweep. All right, and so if we're holding above Camarillo R3, trying to flip my position here. Not seeing my stop loss in there though. Flatten. Right, so this is what I was looking for. Let's see if we get a little pullback. Add into the position now. It's looking like sellers are taking control. Right, there's another retest. Let's see, retesting Camarillo R3. Let's see if it holds. Right, more sellers. Let's see. Let's see if R3 holds as resistance. We do have some buyers fighting this though. And stop me out. All right, this is what I was looking for, so added to my position heavy. We should get a flush down here now. Let's see if we could get 12 points out of this. Come on, drop, drop, drop. Yeah. Damn, I got those sell sweeps. Come on, drop, drop, drop. And this is where sellers should come in around this level at this resistance level. Let's see if they stay in. If they press on price again. Let's scare some buyers and start liquidating. Right, buy sweeps, that's looking good. Let's get another drop. Come on, don't do that. Nice. Come on, drop, drop. I really don't like this retest, but I gotta hold it to see if we could get this real drop. So we're basically retesting this resistance level here at Camaria R3, but I gotta keep my finger on the trigger. All right, I want to see some more selling volume here at Camaria R3. Come on, let's drop. All right, buy sweeps is good. We got some liquidity trying to hold up price. Let's take them out. Nice. Iceberg's trying to support price still. Come on, come on. We need some volume pressure here, some selling pressure. We have this little accumulation here. Let's see if we can break down this structure here at 56.83, basically. All right, we hit 6 points. My trailing stop is now activated. All right, more selling. Nice, nice. Target is down here at 56.78. And I'm going to take it off right there. Right, so didn't really wait to get all the way down, because when we start getting these buying sweeps and all these selling sweeps going off, usually you start getting a counter rotation. So that's the profit on the day. Made back what I lost. We did get up, we did go into some red there. You know what I mean? It's looking like my target would have got touched, but I was in heavy size, so had to kind of take it off right here, right? Because we get the heavy volume coming in, and we didn't get immediate And we have this liquidity here supporting price. So you see, if I'm holding here, I gotta hold through all of this, and we do get our target, right? But didn't hold for the entire thing, but still profitable on the day. Not my best performance, I must admit. Let me just see here. Let's go back. All right, so I took some stops here trying to catch this trade, right? Took some stops until we broke down. So let's see, the uptrust was really up here at 56.94.75. Right, so that's the uptrust right there. You could say this is the buying climax right here. Right, so what's the buying climax at 56.88.50? And let's see, the automatic reaction would be right here at 56.82. Right, so basically we came up to this level, the Camarilla R3 level. I tried some trades here, was trying around this weekly level right here. Got stopped out a couple times, went into the red, gave back some of my profits. Let me take this off. Right, gave back some of my profits here. Tried again. Actually did like a bad trade right here, reversal long, because it looked like we were holding or gonna push above R3 and hold. Immediately flipped out of that though, stopped out. Got to stop out here after we flipped, jump back in the trade, and the rest was history right there. All right. Got down from, let's see, the trade is from 56.92 to 56.81. So it's still 10 points. It was still a nice little trade, not too bad. Still, I don't like how I kind of forced the trade a little too much here. Kind of over traded here and took too much trade. Took too much trades here. You know, trying to force the trade here. Let's see, let's pull this across. Yeah, I forced the trade here a little too much and didn't really wait for Camarilla R3. I tried to catch it here, which is not too bad that I tried to catch it here, but maybe I should have waited a little more after taking, like, let's say I took this trade here. This is a bad trade. Should not really taken this trade right here. This was decent. We didn't really get to, we pushed up here. Could have been an uptrust. Took the short here, got stopped out, break even that trade. Took the trade here again. This one here is questionable. Let me just open that up. This one here is questionable because I should have probably waited for it to kind of push above, right? Because we're kind of retesting this level. So I was kind of looking at it as like maybe it's a LPSY, it's a lower point of supply, but probably should wait for it to push above, right? This wasn't too bad, but ended up getting stop out on this, right? Because we did come up to this level here, right? Got the pullback off of it, but that just reversed, right? So that wasn't too bad. And this right here flipping to long and then having to stop out, that wasn't a good trade. And this right here is basically the trade. Right, so after the stop out of this bad trade right here, flipping, going long, went short, stopped out again here, and took the breakdown here, right? Because saw the exhaustion here again. Let me just open that up. Right, so as soon as stopped out, took the short, added, and the rest was history right there. All right, y'all, so not my greatest performance, but the P&L is looking good. This is the first trade on this PA account, so I gotta be mindful, man, because this stuff could burn you, you know what I mean? This could go against you, so gotta rein in my discipline. The trades wasn't too bad up there at the uptrust at Camaria R3 weekly levels, but still, not a great performance. Gotta do better than this. All right, y'all. It's Mikhail Shelomoh, MELEK Shelomoh Trading. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed. Shalom.